Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. On today's episode, I'm going to talk about the 10 shows that I'm currently watching while in lockdown. So I don't know where you are in the world, whether you're in a city where you are free to come and go to stores, do whatever you're doing, but where I currently live right now, we are in a 28-day lockdown. So I'm spending more time indoors, and of course, to occupy my time, I am watching some TV shows. So I thought that I would share those shows with you today. Maybe some of these you are already watching, and maybe some of these will be new to you. So before we get started, guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm always looking for new subscribers. Guys, if you are new, please make sure you click the subscribe button, and also please click the thumbs up button because it lets YouTube know that you're enjoying my content. So let's get started, guys. These are the 10 shows that I'm currently watching in lockdowns. The first show that I'm currently watching is The Crown. It's on Netflix. It is dealing with the royal family in England. So we're looking at the Queen, we're looking at all of her offspring, her family members, and it gives us a lot of historical things that have happened, which I love because obviously the Queen was around long before I've been around on this earth. So I love going back and seeing all the historical stuff that's happened. And also now with season 4, we're currently in the Diana and Charles era. So I remember some of that, even though I was young. I do remember some of the stuff that was ongoing, and I'm loving it. The acting is fantastic. One of my favorite actors this season is Gillian Anderson, who is portraying Margaret Thatcher, and you would remember Gillian from The X-Files. She was Agent Scully. Well, she's phenomenal on this show. So The Crown, I recommend it, especially if you love the royal family as much as I do. Check it out. It's on Netflix. So the next couple of shows that I'm watching fit under the same category. As many of you know, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. So anything that's Star Trek related, I'm watching. So I'm currently on season 3 of Star Trek Discovery. I don't know if many of you have seen that, but it's a great show. It's set back before Captain Kirk, and then some stuff happens historically and things change, but I don't want to give you too much of the storyline. You need to check it out for yourself. And the interesting thing about Star Trek Discovery is that it's filmed in Toronto. So I do love that. I like to support local. So am I supporting local when I watch a show filmed in Toronto? Food for thought. And somebody that I used to do theater with here in Windsor is also on Star Trek Discovery and on season 2. So I'm talking about Samora Smallwood. She is somebody that I met in Windsor through theater. I've done a couple of productions with her, and she is on Star Trek Discovery season 2. So that was very exciting when I found that out. And the other show that I'm watching is also Star Trek related. It is Star Trek Picard. So Star Trek Picard is 20 years later after Jean-Luc has left the Federation. And so yes, if you remember Star Trek The Next Generation, then you will remember Jean-Luc Picard, and this is his current TV series. And there's some surprise visits from some former castmates, and surprise visits from people that have been involved with other Star Trek series. So I won't say too much, but it's great. Both of these shows are fantastic. I watch them here in Canada on Crave. So if you are in Canada, you can find these shows on Crave TV. Just download the app. If you're in the US, it's on CBS All Access. So you can check it out on there as well. Okay, third show I'm watching, but I watch this one all the time, but I'm going to bring it up again because you know I'm a huge fan of this show as well. I am talking about I am talking about the Golden Girls. Yes, love The Golden Girls. Well, watch it until the day I die. If you have not watched it, it is now available on Prime. It's been there since September. September of 2020 was the 35th anniversary of the first episode of The Golden Girls. And now that it's available on Prime, you have no excuse not to watch it. I've already got a few friends out there who have started watching it, and that's fantastic. They're learning lots of things. The stories are still relevant to today. So the show works, and it's funny, and it makes me feel good at the end of the day. So if you have not watched The Golden Girls, check it out. Okay, the next show that I'm watching right now, it's an oldie, and when I say oldie, it's black and white. So I'm struggling a little bit with that because I grew up with color. So to watch shows in black and white is a little bit difficult for me, but I know by season 4 it will go to color, so I'm hanging on and waiting until then. I am talking about the Beverly Hillbillies. So I don't know how many of you out there know of this show. I'm currently watching it with a friend who is a huge fan of this show. He grew up with the show on TV. I'm not that old, so this was before my time, but it's funny. It really is funny, right? You have the Clampetts, they're these hillbillies, they strike it rich because there's oil on their land, they move to Beverly Hills and live in this mansion, and of course they don't understand the ways of how wealthy people live, so they bring their hillbilly life to Beverly Hills, and of course there's lots of funny things that happen because of this. So check out the Beverly Hillbillies. You can see the first 2 seasons on Prime, but that's it. So I've had to buy DVDs, yes, still buying DVDs, some people still buy them, so that I can watch subsequent seasons, and that's what I'm currently doing right now. So it is a great show. I recommend the Beverly Hillbillies. Okay, another show, it's no longer on the air, but it's on Prime, and it's funny. So when it was on the air, I didn't have a lot of time to watch it, so I catch episodes here and there, but now that it is done, I'm able to watch it, you know, binge it on Amazon, and I am talking about Two Broke Girls. So Two Broke Girls takes place in New York. It's 2 girls that work in a diner. One of the girls was wealthy, then her family lost all of their money, and now she's working in a diner. And the premise of the show is that the 2 girls want to open up a cupcake shop while they're still waitressing, and there's a lot of great characters on the show. It's funny, it's very dirty. I don't know how they get away with some of the stuff that they talk about on the show, but it makes me laugh, of course, because I'll laugh at any dirty humor. But if you have not seen Two Broke Girls, check it out. It's quick. They're 21-minute episodes, so they're great to watch before you go to bed, and they're great for binging. So, Two Broke Girls, check it out on Prime. Okay, the next show that I'm going to talk about, I feel like a lot of you watch this show, and or if you don't, you're very aware of what the show is that I'm talking about, and I am talking about The Mandalorian. So if you have Disney Plus, you can see The Mandalorian on there. I love science fiction, I love Star Trek, but I also like Star Wars. So I grew up with Star Wars, so I know all of the storylines that are going on, and The Mandalorian is great. I love Baby Yoda. You know, I'm a huge fan of Baby Yoda. He's so, so cute. So they just finished up season 2 with a bit of a cliffhanger, so we don't really know what's going to happen into the next season, but it's a great show. It's very Star Wars. There's some characters who are making guest appearances on there from other Star Wars movies and TV shows, so that's been kind of fun to see that happen. And again, I love Baby Yoda. So I'll watch it even just for that. But yes, The Mandalorian, it is on Disney Plus. If you have not started watching it, hey, great time to start doing it now. So the next show I'm going to talk about, it's on Prime. It seems like a lot of these shows that I'm watching are on Prime right now. I don't know why, but they are. And this show is good. It's, I love superheroes, so it's superhero related. And it is superheroes, but they are not very ethical superheroes. they have a dark side, and they have a different view and goal of how they see humanity going forward. So I really like it. This show is very violent, and there's some nudity in it as well, but I watch it because I love nudity. But so keep that in mind. I wouldn't watch it with younger kids. You might want to check it out yourself first before you share it as a family TV show. But if you're not concerned about that, it is a great, great show. I love it. So it's called The Boys. It's on Prime, and it's superheroes gone bad. So anyways, check it out. I'm sure you'll enjoy that one. Okay, another show that I'm watching again on Prime, but it's an old show. It's a show that's no longer on the air, and for some reason they only have the first 5 seasons out of 10 on there, so I hate when they do that on Prime. Like, if you're going to release it, release the whole thing. But I'm talking about Law & Order: Criminal Intent. So this was the 3rd show in the Law & Order series. It lasted 10 years, which I think is pretty good, and but it's got a different spin on the other Law & Order, so I really like it. I like one of the characters, Bobby, who's one of the police officers in it. He's different, but it's a good show, it really is. And of course I love Law & Order. Who doesn't, right? But if you have not checked out Law & Order: Criminal Intent, then definitely check this one out. It is on Prime. You're going to enjoy it, and maybe a shout out for a recommendation to me. I've got a couple more shows on my list, guys. Just hang in there. Number 9 on my list is The Handmaid's Tale. So again, another show that's filmed in Canada, and if you look at my video with Cambridge, Elora, and St. Jacobs on it, you will see some of the locations that they shoot The Handmaid's Tale. So that is in that video. I'll put a link up above so that you guys can link over to that video and check it out. But it is filmed in Canada. It's filmed in the Toronto and surrounding areas. And I like this show. It's just I don't like watching it late at night, only because it's a bit dark. It's got a post-apocalyptic feel to it, and the humans in this show have a very, very dark side, and so it disturbs me a little bit when I'm going to bed at night, so I prefer to watch it earlier in the day. But it's good. It really is good. The actors are great. The storyline is good. Just keep in mind that it's a dark side of humanity, so if those kind of shows bother you, then maybe this is not the show for you. But it is a good show, so don't get me wrong. And of course, it's based on the book The Handmaid's Tale, written by Margaret Atwood, who is also a Canadian author. So we're supporting local, we're supporting Canadian here by watching the show, because again, like I said, it's filmed in Canada. So, but you can find that in Canada on Crave. If you have Crave, it's on there, and that's how I watch it. I'm not sure where you would find it in the US, but that's where you find it in Canada. But it's a good show, guys. So even though it's dark, keep that in mind. I do like the fact that they deal with the US, and they talk about Canada a lot in it as well too. And Canada are kind of the saviors in this show. So hey, I always told you Canadians were good people. So the last show on my list, guys, God, one of my favorites. I watch it all the time. I've got lots of friends on board now for it. But I'm talking about RuPaul's Drag Race. So I feel like a lot of you are aware of what RuPaul's Drag Race is, or you're currently watching it, but it's a show that deals with drag queens. So it's a competition show. Drag queens from all over the country come together and they compete to find out who will be the next drag superstar. So there's many incarnations of the show. We just recently had season 1 of Canada's Drag Race, which was fantastic. If you have not watched that one, I'm Canadian, I'm supporting it. Buy local, watch local. Yeah, loved Canada's Drag Race. And then I just watched Drag Race Holland. There is Drag Race UK that I've watched as well. And then there is also Drag Race Thailand. Now I haven't watched that one, but I have watched UK, Holland, Canada, and of course Drag Race, the original Drag Race, which is set in the United States. So I'm very excited because the 13th season of RuPaul's Drag Race will be starting on January 1st. And a couple weeks into January, we will be getting the 2nd season of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. So I'm going to have lots of Drag Race to keep me busy during lockdown. lockdown to keep me busy through the spring. I'm very excited. I love this show. I watch it in Canada on Crave. You can also watch it on the Out TV Go app if you have that, and in the US it's on VH1. So it's readily available. You can see it. Netflix has some of the older seasons on there as well. So if you want to get caught up, go on to Netflix and watch the previous seasons. And I love this show. It's for the LGBTQ community. It's also for our allies, people that support our cause. And you know, a lot of my straight friends watch, a lot of my straight girlfriends like to watch RuPaul's Drag Race. If you have not seen it, check out RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13, January 1st. All right, guys, that's all I wanted to share with you today. Just letting you know what kind of shows are keeping me busy during lockdown. Guys, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button. Also, if you are not following me on Instagram or Facebook, you can do so at Sean's Magical Odyssey. Also, guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Magical Sean. So lots of ways to see me. Follow me on social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Guys, whatever you're up to, keep safe. We're almost at the end of this pandemic. The vaccines are circulating around, so we've only got a little bit more time, and hopefully the world's gonna get back to where we were previously, but maybe with a bit of changes. But in the meantime, guys, enjoy all of these TV shows. Keep life fun, stay golden, and I'll see you next time on Sean's Magical Odyssey.